Hello, happy Vlogtober day 30. As it turns out, I started making videos about, I think September or October of 2014. And what I made videos about when I first started, I did some Empties videos, I talked a little bit about the products that I was using, and I also talked a good deal about tidying up, the life-changing magic of tidying up. And John and I were in the process of moving house, so that was the perfect way for me to get rid of the things that no longer served me. And then we did some work together as a couple, and we've continued to do that even in our new house. I hesitate to call us minimalists because there are things that both of us collect and we have a fair amount of, but by and large, the house itself, in terms of furniture, artwork, etc., it's fairly streamlined. We've been in this house for, it'll be 3 years pretty soon. There are still a few walls that need a bit of artwork, but I just wanted to share with you our bedroom. I totally understand that this is not for everyone. You might think, oh my God, they're adults and they live like college students, but we love it. This suits our needs perfectly. Here's the bedroom. Close the door. John's downstairs opening mail. But well, very simple bed, king size. We don't spend a whole lot of time making it, and we don't have a lot of fancy pillows. It just is kind of diminishing returns for us. And a bedside table. I just keep a little miniature flashlight in case the power goes out. A box of facial tissues. Oh, that's my eye mask on the door in case it's too light in here sometimes. And then just over here we have our alarm clock on the side. And this monstrosity over here, that's our closet. I'm not going to show that. John's side's really neat. I'm doing some closet purging work, and my side looks like a disaster area, so I'll share that at another point. I believe that the first ever video I made was an Empties video, and given that that was about 3 years ago, I'm going to do my October Empties for you. I'm going to start off with oral hygiene items. The first is this earth paste. I like it. John bought a 4-pack. I think this is the second of the 4 that we used, and we're currently using the wintergreen flavor. I really liked the lemon, and then the next flavor is cinnamon, so we'll see how I like that. We also use, this is probably our 3rd bottle of this Essential Oxygen organic brushing rinse, and we use this in tandem with the earth paste. I also use these from time to time. They're these Glide floss picks. I use them when I'm in a hurry to floss. They're just a little bit easier than regular dental floss. I know, I'm lazy, and it's terrible. Landfill with all that plastic. I do feel guilty, and I have cut down on using them, but I still do use them from time to time. My next category is body products, body care. And I have this Nature's Gate fragrance-free moisturizing lotion, very simple, no scent, which agrees with me. I like it. We're on our 2nd bottle right now. And also this fragrance-free Josie Marin. It's the Whipped Argan Oil Body Butter. And I love this stuff. It's a savior during winter. Though the price tag on this is kind of hefty, so I've been investigating some other options. I do have a local store. She makes her own body butters, but most of her stuff has essential oil in it, and I'd really like to go for something that is fragrance-free. This lip balm, it's lavender lip balm from Una, which is a local business. She's the one that makes the body butters with the essential oils. It's lovely, but I'm trying to do a little bit more fragrance-free. I also used this Ilia. It was the SPF 15 tinted lip conditioner in Bombora. This is the one I think I'd shown previously that it broke off, and then I kind of ended up using as much of it as I could, and more broke off, so sayonara, that's all she wrote. And speaking of breaking off and breaking up, I was going to keep this. It keeps breaking again. It's Delicioso. It's lipstick, and the shade is just a little lighter than I like, a little too peachy, papaya-y. And this thing keeps breaking. I was going to keep it for a blush, but forget it. I'm not dealing with the breakage. This is, I don't know, LOC Tati. It's some lipstick. I showed this previously when I did my makeup bag clear out. It's way too dark. It's kind of plummy, rummy, raisiny. It's way too dark for me, so that's going. And then I finally decided to retire this. It's the Lily Lolo Loose Mineral Foundation Powder, and I made a video earlier this month where I was cleaning out my makeup bag, and even though it has a sifter lid, there were still some extra contents kind of floating around in the lid, so I spilled it on my black dress, and that's the point that I said I'm done with loose mineral foundation. I'm done, and I mean it this time. Next up is the skincare category, and let's do it in the order that would make sense. This is Jordan Samuel Plie. This I use as a first cleanse. I love this stuff. I'm interested in trying his cleansing balm. This has been rebranded or renamed. It's now called the After Show. I don't know why I bought this. A local beauty store, independent beauty store, was having a sale, and I was interested in trying this independent brand, and I loved the idea of a toner and doing multiple levels or layers of a toner like essence to add hydration. This is a wasted step for me. I don't need it. I won't repurchase this. It's very organic. It's some blueberry toner. I don't even know why I bought it. Again, I think it was a Black Friday delusion. And I'm normally not someone who goes in for Black Friday sales, but when it comes time to supporting local businesses and trying independent brands, I am a little swayed, but I'm holding fast this year. Also, I purchased this on sale at the same store, and I really did like this. It's Rebels Refinery. It's their anti-wrinkle moisturizer. I'm not going to repurchase this because right now I'm using argan oil. Speaking of argan oil, everybody's I don't know that it's everybody's favorite, but I feel like she's the person who kind of put argan oil on the map. It's Josie Maran's Argan Oil Light, and this is just the travel size. I can't remember where I got this. Maybe it was like a gift with purchase. So I will keep this bottle though because it is a nice size for traveling. And the very last category, sunscreens. I can't believe I only have 3, but this is what I used this month. Finally finished this sunscreen. It's SPF 50 Broad Spectrum from Vanny Cream. This is definitely a decent body sunscreen, although it is a little bit thick and a little bit greasy. It is not a good face sunscreen. In fact, in a pinch, I had to use it a couple of times, and then the next day I noticed a couple of breakouts, like right here or along my brow. But it's definitely great protection. It's just thicker than I like, even for my body, but especially for my face. I also tried this Trader Joe's. This is also a broad spectrum SPF 30. This was a little lighter, still a little of that kind of greasy feeling. And this, I think from what I remember, yeah, this has a little bit of that typical sunscreen smell. This is a combination. I think there is both physical and chemical filters in this one, whereas the Vanny Cream is physical. I prefer physical sunscreens, but combination sunscreens tend to be a little nicer in terms of the formulation. And then I have this Biore UV, it's like a milk. I really like this. Now this is a chemical filter, but there are some chemical filters in here that are used in Japan that are not used in the US because they haven't received FDA clearance, which I know would be a caution to some people, but then there are things that the FDA doesn't regulate in terms of cosmetics that I think they should, so I don't know. I do like these Japanese sunscreens for use on the face, and I use it as a first layer because I layer my sunscreen for my face, and I mentioned this before. I usually do the Japanese sunscreen first, Josie Maran's argan oil with SPF, and then I do some sort of tinted moisturizer. Well, that is a wrap for my empties, and it's also a wrap for this vlog. Tomorrow is Halloween. It's also my second wedding anniversary. John and I officially started dating on Halloween, and John proposed to me on Halloween, and then the following year we got married. So we'll be celebrating the cotton anniversary tomorrow. We'll probably go out and have a very quiet dinner tomorrow evening. I thank you very much for watching. Have a great evening. It's Devil's Night, so I hope you're not getting up to any mischief, and if you are getting up to any mischief, I hope that it's nothing that will bother your neighbors or anyone else. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow.